Hi, my name's Dustin, and today on the barrel, Kamiki Intense Wood Japanese whiskey. Right off the bat, cool, just rectangular bottle. This is an interesting one because this is a malt whiskey or a blend of malt whiskeys finished in cedar wood barrels. I believe Japanese cedar, which gives it a really unique flavor. I don't know where in Japan exactly Kamiki is located or exactly what malt or malts go into this blend. That's sort of one thing about Japanese whiskey in general, is they don't necessarily have the strongest laws or clearest laws around whiskey as to what they need to put on the bottle or need to provide to the consumer. So a little bit of it is taking a chance on something that sounds interesting and hoping that it's good. But luckily in this case, I really enjoyed this one. So looking at the bottle, we've got Kamiki with a couple swords crossing, samurai swords crossing there, and then maltage, whiskey finished in cedar casks. I kind of wish this little red thing was real wax. It would just be a little bit cooler, but it's just printed on. World's first whiskey brand to be finished in Japanese cedar casks, according to this. 48% alcohol by volume, and again, it's called Intense Wood. I believe their other offering, I don't know exactly what it's called. It might just be blended malt, like Kamiki blended malt or something. I think that is also finished in cedar casks to some extent, but this one with the black label is finished longer in cedar casks. Oh, it says right here, exclusive version of our award-winning Kamiki whiskey finished in cedar casks, rested longer for a more intense taste. Well, let's pop it open, eh? Oh, it's a screw off. Most Japanese whiskeys are indeed a screw top. Fun fact. Don't know why that is, but a lot of them are this way. You could have like $300, $400 Japanese whiskeys and they'll still have a good old screw cap, which is, hey, it's fine. I mean, that thing stays sealed sometimes better than actual cork, so why not? If you have a second, maybe just subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really helps out. Give the video a like if you enjoy it. Maybe leave a comment if you've had this whiskey or anything like it, or any other interesting Japanese whiskey, let me know. Maybe it's something I can review later down the road. All right, let's pour a little here. So pretty golden in color. I don't exactly know how old this is. Again, it doesn't specify any age statement on there. Oh yeah. So this is it's a little bit like creamier than I remember, but right away it's like you're standing in a like walk-in cigar humidor if you've ever had the pleasure of stepping foot into one, or even if you just have a little box humidor, you know, open that up, you immediately get a waft of cedar and like fresh tobacco. And just like, yeah, some like just like cream, like vanilla cream mixed in there. That's very pleasant. Really nice on the nose. All right, let's see how it tastes. Yeah, that, a little bit of peat coming in there at the end. Wasn't expecting that. Just a little touch of smoke coming in at the end. Right off the bat, it's like vanilla cream and not a dark or like Maduro tobacco. Like if you've ever had like a Maduro wrapper cigar, it's a little bit darker, a little bit more hefty, if you will. This is not that. This is like more of like a Connecticut style, light. That cedar wood really comes through. I mean, yeah, you might as well have like licked the cigar humidor box at this point, which again, is kind of cool. I like it a lot. That might sound absolutely terrible to you, which is totally fine. But in terms of it being like, this is a whiskey that I would want to pull out if I have people over for tasting or, you know, on a night where I'm entertaining or something, and somebody asks, you know, what have you got that's interesting? This is like maybe number one that I would pull out and be like, you got to taste this. It's unlike anything. It really makes me actually want more whiskeys to be finished in cedar. Like more American whiskeys, maybe? Like I would be super interested to taste a bourbon or a rye finished in cedar. It could be terrible, but I mean, it takes a lot for me to hate a whiskey. It's more so that everything is just different. It's not necessarily good or bad. It's just something's interesting or it's a little less interesting, you know? This is definitely interesting, man. Nice oily mouthfeel too. Doesn't fall flat on that second sip. Those flavors are still carrying through. There's even maybe now a little bit of a tea note. Maybe it's like a black tea, which is not very Japanese-like, I guess, but more of like an English breakfast tea is now coming through there, mixed with the cedar and the tobacco. Man, I'd be curious to try this against the their regular sort of version of this that isn't the intense wood version. Maybe I'll have to grab one of those and just do another quick comparison video between, because that would be interesting to see how this how this is really more intense. Wow, super interesting, super fun, something very different. If you're bored with your bourbon or Scotch, you know, flavors at the moment, this is a fun one to pick up. I think I found this one at a local Total Wine, so it may be available. I think their other one with the white label, I think it's white and it has like pink flowers on it. I think it was maybe around 70, 80 bucks, something like that. Well worth the experience. That's a fun one. Recommend. It's a recommend, okay? I don't know. Thanks again for stopping by, and tune in next time when I taste something from, who knows what it could be.